Coming up next on the PHLY Eagles podcast, we talk Eagles, Commanders, the new role that Jordan Davis is playing for the Eagles. We get into Swooper. We dig it all out next. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PHLY Eagles podcast on a truly beautiful winter Thursday. Live from the Xfinity studio, this is us. Presented by Bet365 and Ashley. Bo Wulf, Fran Duffy, EJ Smith. We're here. We're talking ball. Eagles Commanders. They play on Saturday night. How do you guys feel about a Saturday game?
Saturday games have not been kind to the Eagles. They have not won one in a long time.
How many have they lost?
They are, I believe, if I remember right, they're 0 for 5 in the last 13 years. They have the second longest losing streak on Saturdays in the NFL. Denver's got a longer one.
Wow, what a nugget!
Look, we got to come out hot.
That's
start
great.
the show.
How do you feel about a Saturday game?
I like a Saturday game. I usually like the short weeks. Kind of ups the urgency around the facility. You get your news coverage done earlier in the week, and I mean, I love a Sunday off. So it's a nice.
It
change
has
up.
been like I don't know, 6 weeks or something since the Eagles have had a normal Sunday to Sunday week.
Kidding.
Yeah, it's been a weird year, and
Pain in the ass.
the haha schedule, as we've talked about before. We're about to get the double A away.
MCO.
By the way, I mean, and we have a clip for this, I think.
I was going to say, are we doing this now?
We have a clip for
Oh no! I knew you guys had something going on. I knew there was something.
clip for this.
One thing about a Saturday game is that the wives get to enjoy the fact that there's no football on Sunday for once. You know, women, they just hate a Sunday game. Saturday game, better for the wives.
Let's go to the tape.
What is this? Sets up very well for Eagles and Bears fans this week. Like the wives. We're gonna do all of our home stuff on Sunday.
Yeah, shout out to all the women that like to watch the Eagles and the Bears as well.
I regret being a little too heteronormative there, and not everybody's man and wife. We can.
That's true too.
Past that.
That's a good point.
I'll take the loss there, but I mean, come on. That's your big gotcha.
We couldn't let you off the hook with that
do
one.
a show every single day. That's my big thing. That's what you're canceling me for.
No one's
Give me a break.
Shame on you.
Can't let you off the hook for that
Shame
one.
on me. Get out. No, you got a full Sunday. The Sunday game sucked this week.
You know what? But that said, we've got a great Thursday game. Fantastic Thursday night game. We got college football playoff Friday night. Alabama, Oklahoma should be a good one. Then we got Eagles on Saturday. We got a great college football game at noon on Saturday as well as a kind of like a precursor. Texas A&M and Miami should be a really fun one. And then we got the normal Sunday slate. But maybe that's like you said. Maybe that's when where you take care of your other stuff.
The women. You know how women
Get
are.
out of town. It's more about like the holiday. Like you probably got a lot of stuff to do on the holidays.
That's
like
true.
there's a lot of stuff on the to-do list. So now you
like,
can use your Sunday fully for the to-do list.
Why is that inherently the wives are going to care about getting the stuff done around the house? Why don't you care about getting the stuff done around the house, Bo?
You're twisting my words. You
literally said that.
That's not what I said in that choppy 4-second video.
Wow.
Oh, you're coming after the production team again. Oh, man.
Just saying, if you're going to try to roast me, get it right. Nonsense.
You lost the draft yesterday.
Oh,
You
please.
said something problematic. Yesterday was a tough day for you.
Okay. Go dig somebody out on your own time.
I have a defense for this, and we are just way off the rails. But you can find an inappropriate Urban Dictionary definition for anything. I had never heard of this expression before. I now have seen it. I wish I hadn't. And I think I think I was wrong. I think the expression is chewing out, but that's not any better. I'm sure there's also an inappropriate chewing out Urban Dictionary definition.
Yeah, I mean, you're
We'll leave
wrong.
that there.
Digging out is a thing.
I had never heard the turn of phrase "digging out." I had to look that up on Urban Dictionary and send it to EJ.
I wish I hadn't seen it.
All right, let's get to the news from the Novichok Complex. EJ, the week is over, as it were, from an Eagles standpoint. What did you learn, and what are some nuggets you can pass along?
Yeah, so the quick one is the injury update. Lane Johnson wasn't at practice today. Neither was Jalen Carter. So both of those guys, I think that they're on track to return soon, but not this week. Lane Johnson, this will be I believe it's his 5th game that he's missed. So honestly, in hindsight, they would have been better off putting him on injured reserve. But I think that they were hoping that they were leaving open the chance that he'd be back sooner rather than later with this Liz Frank injury. So Fred Johnson practiced today, which is big news because Lane Johnson did not, obviously. So I think Fred's on track to play, but yeah, they'll be without Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter.
The Lane thing, I would love to get worked up about it in terms of not putting him on injured reserve. It's not like they've been needing those roster spots.
True.
Yeah. AJ Dillon's just sitting there inactive week after week. If they really needed it, they could just cut him. So I think it's fine to have taken the gamble. But it tells you that it didn't go the way that they wanted.
I mean, the Willie Lampkin of it all is something to consider.
I'm still mad about that.
Well, I mean, I think Willie Lampkin and Lane would have overlapped, right? Lane's injury and Willie Lampkin's window closing. Yeah, so I think that's probably the one you point to, but I agree with you.
They could have just cut AJ Dillon and activated
exactly. And also, how dare you? We'll get to that later. But no, I think that your point is a good one. That if you have a chance to get Lane back in 3 weeks, you open the window for it, or you keep the door open for that. So yeah, otherwise, Landon Dickerson also practiced. He's they manage him each week. They get him a day off, but yeah, I think he's on track to play as well.
What do you think would happen if Fred Johnson went down? We just get Matt Pryor?
I think it's Matt Pryor, and I don't think you feel good about it, but
okay. In terms of beyond the injury report, EJ, what can you tell us about Jordan Davis?
Yeah, I've found it interesting the last couple of weeks. Jordan Davis, he's obviously playing at a high level, but he's also coming out of his shell more in the Eagles locker room, around the building. And it's funny because if you talk to his Georgia teammates, they'll tell you that he's always been like this. But I think he's being more outwardly, himself is the way I would describe it. And it's funny, I talked to him yesterday. I had a good conversation with him about coming into the NFL and having Brandon Graham in your locker room. And how much of a relief it is if you are somebody like Jordan Davis, who, a very positive guy, he's not your prototypical football guy, right? He's not, so you think about gruff defensive tackles like Fletcher Cox. He's not really in that vein. He's dancing during practice, during warmups. He's singing when he's coming off the bus. He's got a big personality. And, he said it was a relief when he met Brandon Graham and saw that Brandon Graham was a big part of that leadership nucleus because it allowed him to be himself. And what I found interesting since BG's gotten back is that Jordan Davis is kind of taking the reins a little bit from Brandon Graham as a sort of part of the leadership nucleus, but a positive presence in that leadership nucleus, somebody who is an energy giver. People have described him before. So I talked to him about it, and one thing I found really interesting is that he said that the life change that he underwent this offseason, the fact that he finally got in shape, finally got to a place where he could be consistent down in and down out, that's really coincided with him being more comfortable as a leadership figure in the Eagles on what is a young defense. And the thing I found most interesting, we have a quote from this, Lindsay. He said that it was really, we got it here. He said, "I said this year I don't want to get fined for anything." For those who don't know, players will get fined for being out of a certain weight range. I think it's usually a 5 or a 10 pound range that you have to weigh in every day. And he said, "I don't want to be late. I don't want to be overweight. I don't want anything. My rookie year, I was getting fined for being overweight, and I didn't want to do that anymore. Changing my life and making those necessary changes, everything fell into place." Now, do you guys want to know how much Jordan Davis said his worst fine was during his rookie season?
I do.
Sure.
It was over $8,000.
Wow.
He said that you get fined $700 for every pound you're overweight. And he said he came in 1 week and he was 12 pounds overweight.
Do we know how the logistics of the fine work?
I believe and Fran, you can tell me if you know this. I couldn't figure this out. I think it's a game check fine. I mean, it's in their contracts. I know it sounds illegal, it sounds,
right,
but I think when you sign your contract, you sign certain parameters, and yeah, I think it comes out of that.
Interesting.
So,
did you guys see the video that the Eagles posted on social media this week? It was believe it was with our friends Xfinity at the forefront of it, but it was like the most polling the locker room on who are the most reliable teammates off the field. And one of the most common responses was Jordan Davis. I thought that was notable. That was even obviously before hearing that.
Yeah, because I think, listen, this is year 4 for him. Right?
Yeah.
And I think early in his career, that playful positivity could also have been construed as immaturity.
Don't take it serious. Yeah.
Right. And probably was related to, him getting fined a bunch his rookie season and maybe not accepting all that it meant to be a professional. And that's fair. It's talking about like a 21, 22-year-old guy.
He's talked about like his frontal lobe wasn't developed all the way then. And I think that's a very relatable thing to talk about.
It's an important thing to keep in mind when you're talking about it. It's part of why your job of evaluating draft prospects is so difficult. You're talking about, young men who have a lot of like life change ahead of them. How are they going to handle it?
For the most
Well, Jackson Hawes, this guy's got 2 years left. He's going to just block for me. That's fine. But I think that maturity is interesting, and it has obviously played a role in the way he looks on the field.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just think like it's significant how much different he has been in every facet this year. Like even like walking around the locker room with his shirt off, being more comfortable in his own skin. Don't make that weird. I mean, but it's a thing. It's like you didn't see Jordan Davis do that before. And like, I don't know. I just think it's been significant. And BG talked about it with me too. Like he feels like he's passing the torch to Jordan Davis. It's kind of a happy coincidence like that BG is part of the defensive tackle room now. He's like telling Jordan Davis, like, this is your room. Like I'll step in when I need to, but I'm giving you the reins for this. So it is a real like passing of the torch.
That was one of the takeaways for me, was that episode 2 of Hard Knocks. Yeah, episode was where Jordan Davis was sitting in that defensive tackle room, essentially up front with Clint Hurt. Like not like, in the front row, like in a chair alongside that. Like that's those kinds of dynamics. Like that's not by accident.
Right.
So him being up there, I think, had meaning.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting transformation to watch. Like obviously, Fran, you were early on this, like the on-field transformation that he's undergone. But yeah, I think that he has taken a prominent role in the defensive like leadership nucleus. The last thing I wanted to say, Jordan Davis is also top 3 for Vic Fangio favorite players. I think he's firmly 3rd though. There's Cooper DeJean and Zach Bond kind of right at the top, and then Jordan Davis is number 3.
So he doesn't usually dig him out. But
right up the middle.
But if he needs to. That's a good point.
Yeah, right. And because honestly, Reed Blankenship is probably in that top 5.
Yeah,
I think that's the core of that defense. Like in terms of like that's what's very important in that scheme.
So who do you think is the true favorite, Cooper or Zach? If you had to guess, just based off of like the importance.
Cooper.
That's what. So it's funny because I asked Zach Bond about this, and Zach was like offended that it was even a suggestion. He's like, Cooper.
Yeah,
like, come on. Like, are you kidding? It's Cooper.
Yeah, because from Vic's standpoint, Vic invented Zach Bond. Like he doesn't have to trust him because Zach Bond is his creation, whereas Cooper DeJean is the one he went and found, and this is the guy he can really trust to do all kinds of special stuff.
Yeah, I like that read.
Yeah.
So it's been fun asking the guys about it though.
That's funny. I like that Bond reaction.
Yeah,
that's good. All right, quick break. On the other side, we dive into the matchup between the Eagles and the Commanders. I asked Fran beforehand if there was anything in particular he wanted to get into. He said, Commanders are terrible. Stay tuned. So the other day, I'm over up in the North Pole at Santa Claus's house, and he invited me over to watch the game. Ho, 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 Bo, come on over. Let's watch the game. And I get there. I mean, first of all, a delight to be asked. Always great to see my good friend. But then I couldn't believe it. Chris Kringle himself. I was fan-fished, lagging, buffering. He's switching between apps trying to find the game. I know service is bad up in the North Pole, but my guy, get Xfinity, because that's the perfect fan flex. You get all the action right in your living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. So clear it feels like you're in the stadium. You can even get 4 games going at once, because why not? Plus the real-time notifications. That's why next game day you have got to make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multiview requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box.
If you're a last-minute shopper like me, you know the feeling. Shelves are empty and the crowds are picking up and the ideas are running low. That's where RF Frames comes in clutch with a gift that feels personal with digital picture frames you upload photos and videos to effortlessly straight from your phone. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi, and remember, you can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. Whether it's that hard-to-shop-for dad or the special someone in your life with picky taste, Aura Frames can give you the peace of mind to avoid those Christmas Eve shopping runs. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura Frames' best-selling Carver Mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, using promo code PHLY at checkout. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code PHLY. And remember, this deal is exclusive to our listeners and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the PHLY Eagles podcast. Let's get to it, Fran. Let's start with the Commanders' offense. An old friend, Marcus Mariota. Very funny no-sell, EJ, from Jalen Hurts and his and when asked, like, wait, what do you remember about like being in the same room as Marcus for a year? And like, you know, he's like, I don't know.
I mean, in his defense, it wasn't a great year. So
that's true. But I mean, he won't even give anything on that.
Mariota.
Oh, that's right.
Mariota.
Gotta get the names right.
You gotta hit that.
Let's not get into it. All right, tell us about this Commanders offense and Cliffy Kingsbury. Speaking of the double Ks.
Yeah, I think that the
What's his middle name?
No. That's the best. This is the best part of the offense. I think when you look at, the best part of this team. When you look at this offense, obviously missing Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels shut down for the year, announced last week. I think when you're looking at it, they do some creative things from a like motion and shift standpoint. The screen game is really good. They are really missing weaponry. You know, this is a team where it's Terry McLaurin, and they don't really have anybody else beyond him that they can count on in terms of being able to create separation and win against man coverage. You know, they brought in Deebo Samuel this year. They drafted Jalen Lane in the 4th round. Lane has showed some bright spots, and Deebo has had moments, and he's a versatile, like, you know, he could be a useful piece. But he's just not like that type of outside the numbers receiver.
What a bad read of an offseason for them.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody saw coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
did you see a
good clip that we put out of you?
He was so tan. Oh my God.
Yeah, but 1 second here. Who's the person who drafted the Commanders?
Oh, come on, get out of here.
How about a little credit?
Get out of
the #1 pick. Let's go.
Who made the obvious draft pick that was clear?
You didn't take him.
It was an homage to my predecessor.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, trading for Deebo, trading for Laramie Tunsil, like thinking that this is your window.
Now you're just trying to recreate Fran's brand.
The NFL fell for it too. Like, you know, as we talked about,
just
setting
insane.
up these matchups, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it was coming.
The idea, like, oh, we're gonna position this team for down the stretch run and to do, you know,
ridiculous.
It's just insane. And one of the things we talked about, and it wasn't in that clip, was that teams that have like all these primetime games like never hit. Washington has been in primetime. Like, it feels like half the season I've watched this team, you know, play on you know, Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night. Like they have constantly been on these island games.
And so over the course of the season, that, you know, their numbers are going to be better than what they're going to put out there on Saturday, because not only is it Mariota, but Tunsil is not going to play in this game. Tunsil. So, you know, they're 16th in the AP per drive, 24th in DVOA, but right now they're worse than that.
Yeah. So basically, I would imagine we're going to see Brandon Coleman, who is a second-year, 3rd-round pick out of TCU. I kind of like Brandon. You know, Brandon Coleman is fine. I think that it's sort of like a Tyler Steen level of player. He's more athletic, so he's going to play at left tackle. Tyler Biotish, a fine center. Sam Cosmi, now healthy. He got hurt in that game back in January, so he is healthy and back in the lineup at right guard. Josh Connerly, the 1st-round pick, he's been up and down. It was a little bit tough sledding early, but it was like a murderer's row. It felt like it was like Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Micah Parsons, like 3 out of 4 weeks. So it was a rough stretch early. He's leveled out a little bit, but still very gettable. Now, that said, this is not a pure like drop back pass team. There's going to be a lot. I mentioned a lot of the misdirection, a lot of the screens, a lot of their RPO. They're going to try and run the ball. So they're going to do a lot of different things to alleviate some of the issues they've got along the offensive line. at the end of the day, like the offensive line is not overpowering. I talked about the skill talent. Running back wise, like the guys are running hard. It's definitely a running back by committee. You have Chris Rodriguez, former 6th round pick, Bill Krosky.
Liked him coming out.
Yeah, he runs hard, runs behind his pads. He can be tough to get to the ground. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Bill Krosky-Merritt, hasn't quite lived up to what the preseason hype was. But again, another player that runs hard. They've got specific roles for all these players. So I think when you're looking at this group, they could do some damage. I mentioned earlier this week that that's a team that I kind of earmarked as, hey, they can do some things that Chicago did, like from a motion standpoint, to try and see if they can lighten the box and mess with the Eagles that way. They don't do it as well as Chicago, and they don't have the personnel up front that Chicago had. So it's not. I don't anticipate this is going to be a 300-yard performance on the ground from the.
But a good then test for them, and Vic, this week telling them, okay, this is what you guys put on tape against the Bears. This is going to be a slightly similar challenge. Man up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. And so, at the end of the day, you're getting ready for this offense. Stop the run. A defense coordinator I used to work with would say, like, keep your eyes on your luggage, like all the different motions and shifts. Like, do your job. If you're a linebacker, if you're a nickel, you're a safety. Like, don't get caught up with all the eye candy. Do your job from a assignment standpoint. Terry McLaurin on the outside, like, make sure you lock him down. And then you call it curtains there.
You got any guesses?
I don't know. I mean,
it's not someone with the Eagles. Yeah, it's not an Eagles coach.
So it was a Temple coach.
Yeah.
I should know the Temple staff better than I do. It's a long time ago.
It was before you were there, though.
Oh, okay. So it's somebody who worked for Al?
Yes.
Todd Bowles.
See if wait, is that it?
No. How old do you think I am?
See if my dad knows.
Okay. So what do you think is concerning Vic this week, or nothing?
I think that you want to make sure you limit explosive plays with Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
They do some.
Do they still keep him sort of static on the left side?
They've done a little bit less of that. They're trying to move him around a bit more, just because of how ineffective they're kind of grasping at straws. And honestly, you see it more on the defensive side when you look at like all the schematic splits, like all the different coverages and things like that. Like, they are middle of the pack in everything. And typically when you see that with a team that is like they're 30th in EPA and 31st in success rate, they're just grasping at straws. They're trying to find, like, all right, what can we do? And that's kind of how it is offensively, is that, all right, I think that the semblance of the identity from last year is there. It's just that from a personnel standpoint, it's not quite there.
Wasn't Phil Snow, was it?
No.
I liked Phil Snow. That's Matt. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I covered Phil. I liked him.
Great winter name.
Phil Snow, yeah.
It was not Phil Snow.
He was nice to the student reporters. That's what I remember.
Nice.
Do you have any expectation, EJ, that we'll see a little bit more Jihad Campbell?
I mean, I don't really. No, I don't get the sense that, like, there's momentum for more Jihad. I mean, Kobe's playing at such a high level. Yeah, I don't think you'll see like zero. I can't remember what game it was off the top of my head where Jihad just got blanked. Was it the Bears game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see that based off of what Vic Fangio said about it. But I think it's a limited role for him.
And have you talked to any guys about Marcus Epps' steadying presence?
I talked to Coop about it. I talked to guys about just the secondary really settling in. I think it was it you that framed it like Marcus Epps is like steady, like you know what you're gonna get, and like Sidney Brown is the roller coaster. I do think that was a good framing by you.
I mean, I don't think it was rocket science, but thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah, but to be able to simplify it, I thought it was good.
So you think a complete snuffing out is on the table here on Saturday?
I think so. Yeah, I think that, look, this offense has more talent than last week's offense did in terms of the Raiders, right? Like, you have Terry McLaurin, Mariota. I think is a better quarterback than Kenny Pickett. It's a better group overall. The offensive line's better. Mm-hmm. It's a better coach team. That I think this team's going to give better effort than the Raiders team that you saw last week. But it's not a great offense right now.
Okay, there's your breakdown of that side of the ball. Stay tuned. After this break, we'll get to the other side of the ball. The Eagles offense looking to stay on track against another bad unit, the Commanders defense. Bet365 has, get this, 90 million users worldwide, and they live stream over 780,000 events each year with early payout offers across the NBA and NHL. And there is a huge game tonight between the Rams and the Seahawks. One of the biggest games of the season. Big NFC playoff implications for the Eagles. And on Bet365, you get the Thursday night touchdown, where you can place qualifying parlay bets totaling $20 or more on tonight's game and get bonus bets for every touchdown. Terms and conditions apply. Download the app and use code PHLY365 when you sign up. Now, there's more. There's breaking news from Bet365 because new customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. If your bet wins or loses, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary. At Bet365, must be 21 or older and physically located in Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We know it's getting cold everywhere. It's that time of year, and the last thing you want is for your heater to go on the fritz when it's 20 degrees outside or worse. I've been there. You don't want that to happen. Maybe you've got that leaky faucet that has been bothering you guys since the summer. Maybe you've got an outlet that has been bothering you. I just know my dishwasher just went on the fritz. You don't want to deal with that. That's where Ace Hardware Home Services comes into play. They've got someone to help with all of these different jobs around the house, because they're not just the helpful hardware folks. They're also the helpful home service and repair folks. From furnaces and boilers to electrical and plumbing, they've got trusted pros to keep you and your home cozy all season long. They're bringing helpful home, the helpful you love, from the store now to your front door, here from Philly all the way down to the Jersey Shore. And when the temperatures drop, having your heat running strong, it's not just nice, it's a must. So let Ace Hardware Home Services get it done the first time and get it done right. Visit acehardwarehomeservices.com to get started on your next project.
We are back on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Time now to flip sides of the ball and talk about the Commanders' defense, Dan Quinn's unit. 30th in the AP per drive, 28th DVOA. Get your head out of the game.
Oh, please.
Be a professional.
The gusto with which you hit that with was what really caught me.
Didn't enjoy that.
Turn that hat backwards. You don't know what he's going to do.
Oh, jeez.
Get Colson Yankoff involved.
That's a tight end on the Commanders, by the way. The third string tight end.
Yeah, Commanders defense. How bad are they?
Real bad. Yeah, it's a bad group. So our friend Sean Sayed, Ringer Philly special with Sheil Kapadia, put it beautifully this week. He said, like, when they blitz, they can't cover, and when they drop back in coverage, they bust the coverage.
Yeah, I laughed.
It's like, man, that's
absolutely savage.
That about sums it up. Yeah. I think when you're looking at this group, I mentioned it earlier. They are like bottom of the barrel in basically every metric that matters. Defensively, they don't rush all that well. When you look at the depth chart, it's like, man, like they don't have it. Von Miller leads the team in sacks. It's a bad group. It's a bad group. Now they play hard. I don't think that it's going to be the numbers are worse than the Raiders, but I don't think the effort is as bad as the Raiders.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. At least from what we saw last week. But it's not a good defense.
Von Miller's still playing, huh?
Yeah.
Unk still got it?
What's that?
Unk still got it?
Loosely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you expect the Eagles to attack?
To me, this is an opportunity to continue to work on yourself. Like, this is do the things do the things that you are trying to implement, that you are trying to hone in on before you enter the postseason. Build all that positive momentum up. Whether it's, hey, we want to get under center, we want to work on our empty package, we want to. This is what we want our identity to be. Crystallize that. You've got great opportunities here. Last week, this week, and then 2 weeks from now, to really just kind of keep that ball rolling towards the playoffs.
What do you think they will do, EJ? Do you think they're going to lean even further into under center stuff?
I think there's a chance. I do think, being around the building the last few weeks, I think some of the main characters of the Eagles offense are mystified by the fascination with under center.
Yeah.
In a way that makes me a little bit hesitant to say this is what it's going to be, even though the numbers back it up. I think the play action
because it's still not who they are.
Yeah.
It's
I think it could be eventually, but yeah.
Have.
Yes, I agree. But I think I think
Lindsay.
she just pulled up the video. It's fine. You did that yesterday. For those who
I
don't
actually
know what
blame
happened.
Ben, our social guy, because he wants
Wow.
us to clip the show while we're like on air, and so I'm like trying to,
Bo, you literally
Fran just had a great quote. I was gonna
Ben
clip it.
getting thrown under the bus.
You literally did this yesterday with the BGM Block show, and I plugged it for you when you did it. Here you are.
Yeah, but I'm just an oaf on camera.
Oh,
Liz is the pro.
yesterday I said to Bo that he's weirdly good at reading ads, which was Lindsay's line. I have to give her credit for that. And you were like, Lindsay, no.
I give up.
She's trying to do her job over there.
I'm so tired. I've been up since 6 a.m.
Anyway, to finish my story here, I told you that you're weirdly good at reading ads, and you go, I'm a professional. And now you're claiming oaf. Which one is
both
it?
things can be true.
I don't think so. Fran's the real professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that guy doing some shorts before the show. Just a pro's pro. Anyway.
Okay.
Just doing what I do.
He's good, man. You guys are both good. You're both great.
What's his problem?
Can we, so some inside baseball, and I have no idea what's going to happen here in the remainder of this show. All I could say is I was the first one here today from the people at this desk.
Don't bring this up. No, what are you doing?
Well, all cards on the table.
Yeah, that's true.
So the first one here at the desk. So I'm sitting over in our at the table over here. EJ walks up, and he's just glaring at me, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" And
I'm
he's
usually
like,
very nice when I get into the office.
He's like, "What's this?" And I hear him shaking this piece of paper. I'm like, "What's going on here?" And he's like, "It's a picture of Cam Latu," and I'm like, "Who's that?" And so he's this was on the printer. What are you doing? What are you up to? What's going on right now?
Yeah, who printed out a picture of Cam Latu?
And I said, I have no idea. And I said, the best part about this is this is going to bother you and throw you off for the next 40 minutes before the show.
Hand to God, I did not print that picture out. I did not request for that picture. I when I did the Cam Latu totem, I reached out to Julia, as you guys know, wondering if she could print out the picture, but I did not request a picture of Cam Latu. So I walk into the office, and there's a picture of Cam Latu sitting on the printer. I am a little freaked out by that. Who's got
What
something
are you
up their
worried
sleeve?
about? That someone else likes him too?
Chicanery on the show related to Cam Latu.
What is the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what you guys have swindled me before.
In what way?
The trial, EJ Smith.
You weren't swindled.
I
And
was.
that was
I had
well
no
deserved.
idea.
You should have been.
I
But
had
you
no
weren't.
idea.
and you're welcome again.
Oh, this is bringing back all kinds of bad memories. The Eli Ricks card, the Keely Ringo of power. I can't trust you guys. I need to know what Cam Latu is doing in the studio.
I think what the problem is, you're being like a possessive boyfriend here. You don't want to share Cam Latu with anybody else.
No,
Same thing like when anybody else discusses Cam Latu.
I couldn't disagree more. I would love nothing more than if you guys would go, EJ, you were early on this. I said you were early on Jordan Davis. I said you were early on Darius Cooper. Just give me my flowers. Cam Latu, I was on it early.
Cam Latu could win MVP, and Bo would still be like, "Meh, you're
Yes,
wrong, EJ."
thank you, Lindsay. And
Lindsay,
same with Fran.
Cam Latu could not win MVP.
In some other universe, if he did.
You guys have been late to the party. A lot of football guys are saying
like Cam Latu.
yeah, but you don't really acknowledge it on the show.
Just football guys, not football girls.
Oh, get it.
Spending too much time with this guy. I was spending too much time with Bo, and now here I am being heteronormative. It's all, women on Sundays. Couldn't imagine.
Fran, are you a football guy? All right.
Do you want to talk about what we expect the Eagles to lead into?
Yeah, please.
Get it back on the rails here. The under center thing, I'm reserving judgment. I want to see it before I really commit to it. But I think the play action game, like trying to tie the run more with the pass. I know we've talked about marrying the run in the pass before, but I think that is something that I get the sense that they're really encouraged by the way that that's gone, and I think we'll see more of it.
I think that's right. To me, the biggest thing for this week And honestly, for the remainder of these games, even though Buffalo is going to be obviously a much bigger opponent, better test, I think that the next couple of games should be all about what are we really about here? What do we do well? Let's do that for and honestly, like next week's a great barometer. It's a great testing mark for it. But it should really be, this is what we do. This is what we do well. This is what we can hang our hat on going into the postseason.
Totally agree.
Did you guys watch Dune 2? I'm taking us off the rails here. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Do you know the line that, like, what do we do? That's all I heard. You guys said, what do we do well? That's like an inside joke in the Smith house.
What was the other? Wasn't there another Dune reference you made?
I make a lot of Dune references.
Yeah, there was one specifically from the movie, though.
May thy knife chip and shatter. I say that every once in a while around the house. I've never claimed to not be like weird. I embrace it. I don't know. What would it have been?
Yeah, there was something else.
It'll come to us.
What are your guys' takes on the this happens like once a year in like the NFL sphere? Everybody's getting asked about the pure progression reads.
Yeah. There's always a cycle.
There's always
we got to ask everybody about
we got to ask
this thing. Yeah.
What I do love about it is that it is very, very topical for this team.
Okay.
Because this is what we've talked about with this team for so long. But when the drop back pass game, it is very much the opposite of like the pure progression reads and how we've said like, they need to incorporate more of the pure progression reads. And so when you hear
give us a very quick explanation of what that is.
Yeah. So pure progression reading, meaning like, okay, this is the play we are calling. And it's a concept where the routes all kind of complement each other. And I can go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. And the timing works out with my drop. And I can go through all 5 progressions. Whereas with some of the other pure like half field reads, it's more, all right, if it's 1 high, we're going to go to this side. If it's 2 high, we're going to go to that side. You make your pre-snap read and you go. Kirk Cousins, that's the clip that's going viral the last couple of days, is him explaining this exact thing in a really in a really good way, in a really clear and concise way, and talking about how the league evolved over the course of his career. When he first got in, it was a lot more of the half field reads, and how he got to Minnesota and with Kevin O'Connell, he said it's been more pure progression reading. It explained like a lot of the things we've talked about and some of the issues that Jalen Hurts does face when he drops back and he gets stuck in some of those spots. I think it was able to paint a nice picture.
A couple things. Just a quick question. In college, do you think it is more of the pure progression, or is it more you cut half the field off and you just read one side?
It depends on where you're playing, but yeah, it's a lot of pure progression, but it depends on where you're playing. Yeah.
That's like simplified a little bit in college, because to me, like the pure progression thing, it's like the if this then that it takes like the agency out of the quarterback's hands. It's like, is this open? No. Is this open? No. Is this open? Yes. It's not as complicated as like, what am I seeing pre-snap? And how am I going to react to it?
Well, it was viewed as like a almost like derogatory before, where it was like, oh, like that's how they play in college. They don't ask the quarterback to read anything. Like I remember that was the thing with Jared Goff when Jared Goff was coming out in that offense was, oh well, he doesn't have to do anything before the snap. Like he just has literally like gets the ball. And is this guy open? No. Is this guy open? No. Is this guy open? Yes. Throw it.
Yeah.
But honestly, like it goes back to what we said earlier this week. You said it well, was that, and I'm talking to Bo for our audio listeners. Bo said it well, where it was like, it doesn't need to be that hard. Yeah, like it doesn't need to be this hard. We can simplify things for the quarterback if it makes the entire engine move a little bit better.
Do you think that having a mobile quarterback changes the calculus of what you would prefer?
It's a good question.
It can, yes and no. I think that we look the Commanders last year are a great example. When you have a quarterback that can go through the pure progression reading, and then you also give him the green light and the agency to like, hey, if it's not there and you feel comfortable, you see a crease go. Yeah, like that decisiveness can be really helpful as well. It just gives you another element of being able to attack a defense.
And so for this Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, is there something you would like to see them do more?
I would like to see them do more pure progression reading. Okay. And honestly, that's the way that I would describe a lot of the past concepts we've seen incorporated more over the last couple of weeks, is that it's been more like, when we get into like daggers and 3-level stretches and like things like that, those are more like pure progression reads where it's like, all right, I'm going to work the post to the crosser to the check down. And if it's not, then I have the backside route. Like that's pure progression, as opposed to You've got, when we talk about like ISO ball and stuff like that, that is more like the opposite of what we're discussing.
Is this with Nick's previous stops? Would you say that it leaned one way or the other more so than it is here? Like, how much of it is a reflection of Jalen?
In Nick's previous stops, I mean, I didn't do I watched a lot of the Colts certainly when he first got hired. But there were, I mean, it was definitely a mix. I think most teams now you're incorporating some of both. They definitely lean. I mean, especially when he was like with the Chargers, like it was definitely with Phillip Rivers, it was more, all right, read it out pre-snap. And so that's the thing is that, when you have a coach and a coaching staff that is familiar with one side and a quarterback that wants to say like, yeah, like I want to do this stuff. I can say like, okay, like that's the way we're going to approach it. Does that mean it's the best course of action? Like maybe not.
I think like in an ideal world, the Eagles are probably a pure progression team, but with like some process of elimination before the snap that gets Jalen through it quicker.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Like you can like accelerate the first or second read based off of what you see pre-snap.
Yeah, I think that's because defenses have gotten so good at clouding that picture, it just makes that a little more difficult now than maybe it was 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago.
And not for nothing, like Vic Fangio is the reason, right?
Right. Well, one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good discussion. Let's take a break. Hear from some sponsors. On the other side, we get back to Swooper. Find out who took the lead last week. If you have been waiting to take advantage of a great offer to boost your savings, here's one that you don't want to miss. TrueMark Financial is offering a limited time 5-month certificate at 4.25% APY, and with a minimum deposit of just $500, it's an easy way to get started. So whatever you're saving for a special goal, building an emergency fund, or just looking for a smart way to make your money work a little harder, this certificate is a great option. You can open your certificate today at truemark.com or by visiting any of their 24 branch locations. That's TRUMARK.com. Annual percentage yield accurate as of 12/15/25 and subject to change. Certificate requires a minimum deposit of $500, federally insured by NCUA. Visit truemark.com for full details. That's TRUMARK.com. Visit truemark.com for full details.
You guys know I'm a big steak guy, big beef guy in general. And I got to tell you that Omaha Steaks, especially during the holiday season, comes in clutch. Whether you're sending an unforgettable gift or treating yourself to everyday perfection, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. I've been using them since I started up here. I got a shipment about a month ago, and I got to tell you guys, it's going to be clutch this Christmas. I was talking to my dad earlier about it. We got filet mignon, we got sirloins, we got ribeye steaks. We have, really, it's going to be the centerpiece of our holiday plate. So I'm going to tell you guys, save big on unforgettable gifts with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and an extra 20% off select favorites during their cyber sale. And for an extra $35 off, you'd use promo code EAGLES at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code EAGLES at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. A big thanks to our advertiser, Omaha Steaks, who have really, like I said, come in clutch this holiday season.
We are back on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Time now for this week's edition of Swooper Sorecasting. Let's check out the results from last week. Fran had 5 items. 2 of them hit. The Eagles win the time of possession battle by a longer duration than the acceptance speech of the Heisman Trophy winner. But Fernando Mendoza did win, so he got 7 turkeys for that. He also got the Eagles win by more points than the number of turkeys for which this item is sold, which was 10. Did not hit on the Eagles staying 100% in goal-to-go situations. Quignon or Cooper DeJean having the interception, or the Eagles picking up a first down with fewer than 12 seconds left in the first half, much to his chagrin, which I got to watch live, which was very fun. I went 3 for 3. No big deal to me. At least one of these 2 things happens. Tristan McCollum plays more defensive snaps than Sidney Brown. Thomas Booker plays more defensive snaps than Jordan Davis. Jalen Hurts does at least one, but not all of the following things. Scrambles for 40-plus yards. Sacked at least twice. Best passer rating since the bye. Hit that. No interceptions. Hit that. 30-plus yard touchdown pass. Dances after a touchdown. And then the Eagles have fewer real drives with 0 first downs than the Raiders. However, the big beef guy had 4 wins. He did not hit the longest field goal in NFL history broken or an Eagles offensive lineman targeted on a pass, but he hit the Eagles offense, has more under center snaps than empty formation snaps. Thomas Booker has a TFL. Jalen Hurts has no turnovers, and Jalen Hurts has more touchdowns than interceptions.
So
you were furious about that.
Well, the RPO, first of all, that was Booker's first TFL all season.
Yeah.
That was a bad read by Jalen Hurts. He should have thrown the ball. It should have been a backside slant throw that should never have been put in a position to be a TFL. That's all I got.
And if you're joining us for the first time,
thank you.
Swooper.
You had a good week though, Fran. You were bringing it with some of these entries, like the Heisman one, because like I was thinking, like if I brought an Aston Villa thing to Swooper, that would kind of be like chicanery, be against the integrity of the game. But college football is close enough to the NFL where it works. But he's got the advantage over us in these.
I mean,
you act like you watch college football every weekend.
I try, but sometimes I'm traveling, so I don't know. I didn't know that.
What a tough life you have.
I'm not complaining.
I'm so sorry.
I can't watch as much college football as you. I didn't know that that Francisco Mendoza was as cringe as he is. Otherwise, I would have.
It's more cringe to say the wrong name. His name's Fernando Mendoza, not Francisco Mendoza.
I told you, I'm not as big a college football guy as. I love college football. I used to say that college football is the best sport. It's just I don't always get to watch it on Saturdays.
This guy.
What do you say now?
I still think it's the best sport.
The best sport?
Well, second best probably behind soccer, but yeah. I think it has like the traditions and the variety of different ways to play that make the matchups more intriguing. Yeah, no.
I don't think he's cringe, by the way. I think he's just kind of he's just a goober.
Yeah, cringe isn't the right like the Gen Z definition of cringe, where it's like he's just like very unapologetically like himself. Like, you know, I would say I'm cringe, so I'm not saying it like judgmentally. Yeah. I am kind of cringe.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to have 12 different items that we're going to bid on with the turkeys that you see there. I've got 34 this week. Fran has 30. EJ has 24. And if our items hit in the game on Saturday, we get a point. And whoever gets the most points wins. On the season, EJ's up 1 on me. He's got 5 5/6. I'm 4 5/6. And Fran is down at 3 1/3. EJ, you go first this week.
All right. My first entry. Cam Latu is on the field for an explosive play.
Okay.
The winner also receives
I knew you had something.
the candy cane Christmas tree ornament. I'll get it out after I'm done reading.
Are you kidding me?
I want to make sure we get the reveal on camera.
Yeah, you get it out.
In the spirit of Cam Latu's underutilization and blocking prowess, the winner of this item can block one contestant from bidding on an item later in the game.
Oh, that's a fun one. I like that.
All right. Time for the big reveal.
When do you do the block? When the item is proposed?
Yeah, you can block somebody from bidding.
Okay.
The candy cane. Look at this.
That's pretty good.
Lindsay, we have a picture of this. I don't know if we have that.
So it was you that printed the picture out?
Look at this beautiful Christmas ornament that could be yours.
But you printed it out?
So you printed the picture?
No, I didn't print this picture. That's why I was so thrown. I had a black and white picture. I don't have a color printer at home. So I had a black and white picture of Cam Latu. And I built this, and it was perfect. And I come in, and there's a color picture of Cam Latu sitting there. And I'm like, where did this come from? I think Julia printed it. She sent it to the printer like a month ago. And it printed, I think, today. So it was meant to be.
How fortuitous.
But
I know.
wait, there's more.
Oh, no.
So EJ told me about this morning, and although that looks super good, great arts and crafts project, I upgraded it. I'm going to throw this to one of you.
Wow.
Ah, the tag came off.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
There's more.
Lindsay.
Events.
Make sure you get in frame.
Oh, wow. The candy cane. Wow. This is incredible. I'm putting this. This one's not up for
What does it say on the other side?
This is number.
Rated.
20.
Oh, my gosh.
There we go. Thank you, Lindsay. This is coming home with me.
Lindsay.
Very cool.
Wow.
This is like the best Christmas gift I'll get all year.
By the way, speaking of Christmas gifts or holiday gifts, we're doing next Tuesday. We're doing a little Secret Santa on the
I'm glad you
PHLY
said
show.
that. I have to remember.
The three of us, Lindsay, Julia, and the professor. So we got a little 6-way surprise gift going. Lindsay, fantastic.
Thank you, Lindsay.
All right.
Define explosive play.
Yeah, we have to talk about this. The way I always do it is 20 plus for a pass, and what's it, 14 for a run?
You tell
You
us.
get to define it.
Yeah,
It's your
Yeah,
item.
it's your item.
14 plus for a run.
14 plus for a run.
Well, what is the is it 14 or 12 conventional for a run?
Teams change it. It depends on what coach you're talking to.
All right. Well, what's Fran's definition?
No. This is your
It's
item.
your item.
All right, fine. 12 plus for a run.
12 for a run, 20 for a pass.
Yeah.
And Latu is on the field for it.
Yes.
Okay.
And you don't have to forfeit the item to get
Okay.
the Christmas ornament.
Okay.
Shout out to Don Tahasic for the help with this. I built this myself, but the lore, the rules, Don
It's a
Tahasic
good rule.
knows what's up. Yeah.
All right.
Good rule.
Ready.
All right, I'm going to start the bidding at 3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8.
9.
You heard it too?
What?
every time.
I don't know how I say it. How do you say it?
9.
You know what it is? I don't pronounce the E at the end. I just say 9.
Going down this path again. Gonna get yourself in trouble.
All right. 9 going once. 9 going twice. Sold. I feel like that's a good buy, getting the
Get the block.
Going
block.
home. Staying on the Smith tree. Where's Judge Julia?
Just walked in.
Yeah.
I didn't see her walk in.
All right. I have a college football tie-in myself
Oh, nice.
for item number 2 here. And
So you're just
the answer
gifting your
here,
friend.
the item here is the margin of victory in this Eagles game is greater than at least one of the college football playoff game. Of course, last year in this first round, nothing but blowouts essentially. I think there was a 10-point game, which was as close as it gets. So you're hoping that one of the college football playoff games this week is close, and that the Eagles
Okay.
or Commanders win by a bigger score.
Right.
Makes sense?
Makes sense.
If you had to guess which one's going to be close, which?
Oh, he's not going to help you.
No,
which
which
one?
one's gonna be close?
Yeah.
I think Friday nights is the one that I am most
That's
like on the
Alabama,
fence on.
Oklahoma.
Alabama, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're taking the opportunity to get an expert break it down for the people.
I feel like you just gifted Fran an item.
Necessarily. Anyone can get the item.
Yeah, what are you
He knows
talking
more
about?
college football than you.
I agree.
He can still get the item.
I don't want to.
It's not like, name 100 guys in the games. I will start the bidding at 4.
5.
6.
7.
I think it's going to be a lot in this game. 7 going once. 7 going twice. Sold. I think that's probably a good buy.
I'll take it. Is my college one this one? No, it is. I have a
So we
college
got
one
two
too.
college ones,
Yeah.
and I couldn't even remember the name of the Heisman Trophy winner. It's tough.
You want to be my latex salesman.
Frank
All right.
Mendoza.
It's not Frank.
Ferdinand. Okay.
Farah.
I like Farrah.
That was a good one. All right. My first item.
Ooh.
The 4 favorites in the opening round of the college football playoff, which are Oregon, Ole Miss, Alabama, and Texas A&M, have a total margin of victory that is higher than the number of receiving yards for Terry McLaurin in the game. Now, here are the spreads, courtesy of our friends at Bet365. Oregon is 21.5 point favorites. Ole Miss is 17.5 point favorites. Texas A&M just 3.5 points. Alabama 1.5 points. Total all that up. And if I had the notes with me and I left them at home, I believe that's 44. So about 44 yards there for our friend Terry McLaurin. Now, the one thing I put margin. This is not like the Georgia Alabama thing from a couple weeks ago, where it was like, oh, if Georgia wins, then it's an automatic. If the favorite loses, then it's just the margin is
It's
0.
not a negative?
It's not a negative. Yep, the margin
okay.
is just 0. So last year, the 4 favorites won. Last year was the 4 home teams were the favorites. There is one road favorite here. Alabama is a road favorite here this week over Oklahoma, although Oklahoma has won the last 2 matchups, including one just a few weeks ago. So we'll start the bidding at 3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
9.
9 going once. 9 going twice. So TJ.
Would you let me have it for 8?
I will let you have it for 6.
What do you mean? You said 7.
I know.
All right. It is his first submission. The Eagles do at least one of the following 6 things. And I'm guessing this is going to be a callback to the NFC Championship game. Score a 60-plus yard touchdown on the first offensive play.
Okay.
Score 8 or more touchdowns.
Jeez.
Have 28 or more first downs. Force 3 or more turnovers. Get 2 or more fourth down stops. Allow 5 or fewer successful run plays. And in fact, the Eagles did all 6 of these things in last year's NFC Championship game.
That was such a crazy game.
Unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
That. Oh.
Sorry, send you a list of everything.
Perfect. Yeah.
Hello, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
I watched that game from my hotel at the Shrine Bowl.
Nice.
We were jumping on the post-game show after. And
Yeah.
that game was just a crazy game.
It's just great when a big game like that is such a blowout. You can just write the whole half, like the whole second half. You're just writing, trying to scene set. Yeah,
Nice.
enjoyable.
I'll start the bidding at 1. Oh!
There she is.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
there we go. We got you.
There we
Gotcha.
go. Oh, okay. 1 to Bo.
2.
1 to Bo. Oh, 2 to Fran. 2 to Fran. Can I get a 3? Can I get a 3? 2 to Fran. 2 to Fran going once. I got a 3. No 3s. 2 to Fran going twice.
I'm broke.
No 3s. No 3s. No 3s. Still to Fran.
Probably the fourth down stops is the one that's most likely to hit there.
Yeah, there's the successful runs maybe.
Yeah.
There's not too much, but for 2, I'll take it.
All right, Fran, you are up for item number. Oh no,
No,
EJ's up.
EJ.
EJ, you're up.
All right, my second item. Saquon Barkley has 18 or more rushing attempts. It's happened about 50% of the time this season. He had 22 against the Raiders last week. So I'm going to start the bidding at 3.
3 to EJ. 3 EJ.
4.
And I got a 4. Oh, 4 to Bo. I get a 5.
5.
A 5er. Oh, 5 to EJ. And I got a 6. Oh, 6 to Fran. Oh, 6 to Fran. I got a 7. 6 to Fran. 6 to Fran going once. And I got a 7. Can I get a 7?
7.
Oh,
Still
7
good
to
value.
Bo. 7 to Bo. Can I get an 8? 7 to Bo. 7 to Bo going once. No 8s. No 8s. 7 to Bo going twice. No 8s. It's all to Bo.
All right. My next item, for those of you who have been paying attention to the news. The team owned by Josh Harris finishes with under 18 points. Josh Harris, under 18. What do we think? I'm going to start the bidding at 5.
5. 5 to Bo.
Well done by you.
5 to Bo going. Can I get a 6? Can I get a 6?
Yeah, I'll take 6.
Oh, right. 6 to Fran. 6 to Fran. 6 to Fran. Can I get a 7?
7.
7. Oh, 7 to Bo. Can I get an 8? Can I
8.
get an 8? Oh, 8 to Fran. Getting a 9.
9.
Niner. 9 to Bo. A 10. Can I get a 10? 9 to Bo. 9 to Bo going once. No 10s. No 10s.
10.
No 10.
10.
10 to Fran. Ooh, 10 to Fran. Getting an 11Z's. Oh, look at 11. 10 to Fran going once. No 11s. No 11s. 10 to Fran going twice.
11.
11 to Bo. Ooh, in the nick of time. All right. Getting it a 12. Getting it a 12. 11 to Bo. 11 to Bo going once. 11 to Bo going twice.
Give me it. I'll take it for 12.
Oh,
You don't
12.
get to just take it.
Yeah, right.
12,
12,
yeah,
12,
all right.
12. Sorry, go
12
ahead.
to Fran.
Yeah,
12 to
right.
Fran. Lucky 13. Lucky 13. 12 to Fran. 12 to Fran going once. 13. Lucky 13. Lucky 13. 12 to Fran going twice. No 13ers. 12 to Fran.
I actually think that's good value still.
We'll see. We shall see. It's a good item.
Yeah.
Great wording. Good item. Go to my next one here. Jalen Hurts runs for more first downs than Marcus Mariota. That includes touchdowns. Start the bidding at 3.
3. 3 to Fran. Can we get 4?
4.
Oh, 4 to Bo. Gonna get a 5. Gonna get a 5. 4 to Bo. 4 to Bo going once. No 5s. No 5s. 4 to Bo going twice. No 5ers.
5.
Oh,
Ooh.
5 to Fran in the nick of time. 5 to Fran. I got a 6. I got a 6. 5 to Fran going once. No 6. No 6. 5 to Fran going twice. No 6. No 6. Sold to Fran. Oops.
Okay. Professor's item number 8. The Eagles avoid going 3 and out in a game for the first time this season. Includes only punts on 4th down, so 4 and outs and turnovers on the first set of downs do not count as 3 and outs. Commander's defense is 21st in forcing 3 and outs. This is a Dutch auction. Begin at 15 and count down until somebody yells Swooper. The Eagles avoid going 3 and out for the first time this season. All right, Julia, you can start the countdown from 15.
Okay. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2.
Swooper.
I didn't have enough conviction.
I got
This
that.
is why I lose so many question face-offs. No care. Oh.
It's a good buy.
Okay. EJ, item number 9.
All right. My final item.
Pause. We all missed overtime.
Overtime. I just noticed as well.
So we'll
It's because
talk
we're
about
not used to starting Swooper so early.
Yeah, right.
We'll talk about it in.
Overtime. I don't think we'd even need to do the flash. We missed it by like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. We ready for my final item? The Eagles go 100% in goal-to-go situations. 1 game only. And I'm going to use the Cam Kane on Bo Wulf.
Okay.
And I'm going to start the bidding at 4.
Okay. Well done. So
4.
he gets it for 4.
Yep.
Sold.
Well done.
Yeah,
Should I give should using the Cam Kane on somebody mean that they get the Cam Kane? Not like
No.
to use, just to put on their.
Yeah, I think we all know that belongs in your house.
Yeah.
It's going back on the tree.
All right. This will probably be a little bit anticlimactic, but I have very classic Swooper. The Eagles have not the Eagles. There is a mirror play in the game. Mirror play, of course, is when you go from 1 yard line to the other yard line on the other side of the 50. a 2-yard gain from the 49, for instance, I'll start the bidding at 4 and I'll take it.
Okay.
Over to Fran.
I've got a little poo-poo platter. I never do a poo. This might be the first poo-poo platter I've ever submitted. I don't think I've ever done one. Yeah. One of the following happens. Jordan Davis gets a sack. Cooper DeJean gets an interception. The Eagles return a kickoff past midfield. Or someone other than Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith, or Dallas Goedert scores an offensive touchdown.
It's a fun one.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts isn't a part of the last one?
We'll start the bidding at 4.
5. Sold to Bo.
Oh, okay.
So if Jalen throws a touchdown pass,
No, that would not have counted.
okay,
no.
he has to run.
He has to run and actually run for a touchdown.
Okay.
Lindsay, I got to be honest here. I believe I'm at 16, not 18.
I was about to say something mean, the way you couched it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that matters more to me than the integrity of Swooper. All right, so going into Deniz's final item, I have 16 turkeys. Fran has 4. EJ has 2. Here we go. The Eagles win. This is a sealed bid, second price auction with 100% turkey back guarantee. The highest bidder wins and pays the second highest bid. Losers do not pay. If tied bidders privately guess the number of Cam Latu offensive snaps, and closest wins this item on game day. Again, only the winner pays, so whoever guesses wrong doesn't end up paying anything. Winner gets all of their turkeys back if the item does not hit, and you can borrow from next week. Okay, so we are all going to write down our number.
Yeah.
Whoever has the highest bid pays the second highest price. And if the Eagles lose the game, you get your turkeys back.
Okay.
Understand it? Everybody understands?
Yes.
I slacked you, mine, Lindsay.
All right.
Why are you singing that song?
I don't know.
Just got evilness on the brain.
I have EJ and Fran's answers.
Okay, I've written mine down.
EJ said 20. Fran said 15. And Bo said
25. So I pay 20 turkeys.
I was like, I'm going to go for it this week. I'll sit out next week and get ready for the playoffs. If I win, I'll have a 2-point advantage going into the postseason.
So I am down to -4 turkeys for next week. Unless the Eagles lose, then I get those turkeys back.
You having more than me that changed my count because I was like, I know you're going to try and go in.
Right.
Yeah.
But you need to get it high.
I need to
the
get
price
high.
high.
20 would have been outlandish. I thought it would have been plenty. I got bilked earlier in the show. Early in Swooper, I got bilked.
How so?
How?
I was trying to read Fran with the college football one, the score margin. I was like, if Fran's bullish on it, then I'm going to be bullish on it. He did the work.
He knew what he was
Hook, line,
doing.
and sinker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why I said I got bilked.
You didn't get bilked.
No, the definition, I got bilked.
No,
He bilked me of my turkeys.
No, you got duped.
Yeah, sure. Bilked, duped, whatever word
A
you
little
want to
different,
use.
I feel.
I gave up my turkeys. He swindled me out of my turkeys. You said you would give it to me for 6, but you bid 7.
Yeah.
Bilking is a little bit more nefarious.
Yeah, like cheat or defraud or swindle.
Yeah, you swindled me out of my turkeys.
He didn't
swindle you.
He played you.
Yeah.
Like,
If I beat you in poker because I
didn't
played a good
Swindle.
bluff.
Use deception or deprive someone.
He just read you well.
Use deception or deprive someone of money or possessions. That is the literal definition of what Fran did to me.
I played the bluff.
Yeah, you deceived me, which is fine. You're playing the game, but you guys are acting like there's some like he was playing within the rules, but he's still
Bilk, I think, is
deceived
outside the rules,
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
No,
Bilk is like
Bilk is outside the rules. I agree with that.
Bilk, obtain or withhold money from someone by deceit or without justification, cheat or defraud.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
cheat or
He didn't defraud you.
He did deceive me.
Not really.
He did. He played me. You're right. I got played.
All right, let's close.
By the way, that's not like a guarantee. I mean, like, Terry McLaurin could get 85 yards.
Yeah, but you know what, you have a better feel on what the margins are
85
gonna be.
yards would be good.
Right, well, that's what I mean. Like, it could, I'm saying it could go either way. Like, I'm not. To me, some of these games could go. Like, Tulane could beat Ole Miss. They're 3 touchdown favorite, or 2 touchdown favorites. Tulane could win that game.
The last thing I want to say is, does it bother you guys that I'm winning in Swooper, given how chaotic and just terrible I've been at Swooper at moments this year? How does it what does it say about you guys that I'm still winning?
You got.
It's like this is like asking. This is like asking a coach in the first quarter. They're down 3 points. Like, oh man, are you embarrassed? You're losing to this team.
It's not the first quarter. I mean, it's like probably halftime, right?
What were you gonna say? I mean, it's ridiculous.
He also got lifted by that terrible item that Daniz threw in there.
Smartly picked to bid aggressively on an item that was very good for him.
So you have 3 items this week, EJ. You have Cam Latu is on the field for an explosive play. The 4 favorites in the college football playoff games combine for a greater total margin of victory than Terry McLaurin's receiving yards. And the Eagles are perfect in goal-to-go situations.
Did you read the
Travis? Travis Motter in the chat said EJ is like the girlfriend that wins the bracket based on jersey colors. Could be the boyfriend.
I was reading Frank Barber's chat. EJ whines for 5 minutes, then chooses violence. Fair. I was proud.
Fran has the Eagles margin, or any team's margin of victory in this game is greater than the lowest margin of victory in the college playoff games this weekend.
I'm surprised that one didn't go for more. I'm surprised he didn't push more on that one.
Yeah, I
thought that was going to go high.
That was a good one. The Daniz poo-poo platter. Josh Harris's team scores under 18 points, and Jalen Hurts has more rushing first downs than Marcus Mariota. And I have Saquon Barkley has at least 18 rushing attempts. The Eagles have no 3-and-outs. There is a mirror play. Fran's poo-poo platter, and the Eagles win the game. I have -4. Fran's got 4. EJ's got 2. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you. Love you.
You can close
Love you
the
all.
book on the Swooper
Bye.
graphics. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Let's get to the super chats that have been waiting around for us to read. Cash Squatch says, based on historical NFL discipline, any chance that Puka gets suspended? It is now a moral imperative to keep him from a ring. I also play him in fantasy. I think it's too late for anything to be done today.
For today,
I would guess that he is fined.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking to see if there's something out there that shows like if there's a history like use case here, but I got nothing on a short notice.
Yeah,
I think it's probably unlikely he gets suspended.
I don't think so either. But
yeah,
good for ignorance to show itself.
Yeah.
Frank Barber, this version of Lindsay adds so much to the show.
Couldn't agree more.
I think this is when you were really snapping back, and I agree.
So I would like to show the chat what Lindsay's gesture was, but I'm not sure I've got that in my bag.
I think she went a little.
It was like
it was similar to Bo's. Yes. Yeah. All right.
That was good,
but it was better.
Yeah. Well, you know that.
I have a story about Lindsay, you, and me from the party yesterday.
Okay.
Lindsay and I were going to do the old Irish goodbye. And I just wanted to let Bo know that we were leaving. He's my work wife. Figured he's somebody who should know where I'm going.
Chop liver.
Well, you were in a group and Bo was with Bree, but it wasn't a big group that would have been you're leaving. So I go over and try to very subtly say to Bo, hey, Lindsay and I are going to leave. And he goes, I'm going to get further from the mic so I can give it justice. He goes, "You're leaving?" And it's like, have some subtlety, man. Have some creep to your game here. Just a little
You
bit
didn't
of
come
just-
over and say, "Hey, it's a secret. Don't tell anybody, but I'm."
Why are you doing Shady Ray?
Shady
Why
Ray,
are you
yeah.
doing Shady Ray?
No, that's not. There's a marginal difference there between that and Shady Ray. Shady Ray is a little bit more from the throat. Hey,
Well,
this one's more. You didn't. You. I just thought you were coming over to say goodbye. So yeah, I was a little
you
bit
were
incredulous.
outraged.
It wasn't.
We got to the party.
You didn't. You weren't like coming over with a mask over your face, being like, "Hey, don't tell anybody." I'm
Yeah, I kind of thought it was implied. It would have been implied
Why?
that we were doing an Irish goodbye, a subtle.
You did leave the party very early.
No, we got to the party on time. We got to the party on time,
like a
and we
loser.
left.
Whoa.
No, because he said this already. He's like, "Why? What are you leaving? The party just started." It's like we got there when it actually started. You know, we weren't in
like
charge
a
of the
loser.
music. We weren't in charge of the music and showed up late. Just saying.
I'm sorry. If a party starts at 6 o'clock, I'm not getting there at 6 o'clock.
Oh, Mr. Party over here.
Come on.
All I'll say is that it's not an Irish goodbye if you go say goodbye to somebody.
Right.
That's fair.
So like you go to say goodbye to him,
Right.
meanwhile you walk
If
right
you
past my
wanted-
wife and I, and with nothing. I had to try and get your eye contact.
You know
and
what?
I got
No,
what I
no,
got.
hang
You know
on,
what I got?
hang on.
As he's walking by the wall, I get a finger point.
No, it wasn't
Well,
a finger point. It was
Hold
like
on a second.
I
here.
was trying to catch Fran and Meg's eye and just kind of give him a little like.
Hold on a second here, Fran.
I did
Because
the Irish goodbye.
You were trying to leave.
Yes.
I had to call you back. to
Yes,
say goodbye.
that we did.
So
we
why are you
we
blowing
went
up
full
everybody's
Irish
spot?
goodbye.
Well, he left at a normal time.
Yeah, we went late. Yeah, not late, but
I mean, listen. I got a long commute home. I had work that I had to get done. I showed up on time. I was punctual,
we went Irish.
and I wasn't the first to leave. That's always important at a social gathering like this.
You went half Irish goodbye, and I'm a little offended that you
Scottish
chose that.
goodbye?
But I still said
Welsh
bye to
goodbye?
you guys. I made sure to catch your eye on the way out because I
did
did like
make
the
sure.
pushover millennial
If
Irish
I, would,
goodbye.
if I was not looking in your direction, you would have not.
You looked at my direction because you felt my stare trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
It was great seeing Meg yesterday.
Thank you.
We had a nice chat about
We had a
Francis.
great time.
Yeah,
Meg knows ball.
she does.
That.
Meg's great. Musa with a super chat says Peckness Migrant EJ Prop Edition. The Cam Latu Under Appreciation Cup.
Right.
The Positivity Prancer. And the Cam Decane.
Well, or which version of the
yeah,
Cam
we're
became?
not. Lindsay's obviously would be the best. But
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's evaluate
The ones that I am
let's evaluate
responsible
EJ's
for.
work here.
Yeah.
Well, I think to me, you nest this one,
I agree.
even though that wasn't your original picture.
Yeah, but I did have it with the black and white photo.
I mean,
It was already
we're
built.
definitely migrating the underappreciation total.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Tough day for me.
Yeah.
I had a you didn't watch Hard Knocks, did you?
I watched the Eagles segments. I
Did you
fast-forwarded
watch
through the
any
others.
all
Yeah.
Hard Knocks? The Washington defense or the Cowboys defensive line coach being like, "We're gonna have to look ourselves in the mirror.
Right.
This is on us." That was me. That was me after the Cam Latu totem. It's like, buddy, you have to be better than this.
That's very funny. So then I guess we're Peck and Prancer.
So when was it? It was before the show, after the thing with him, walking through the halls, trying to figure out who printed the picture of Cam Latu that he eventually used.
Yeah.
I came in here and recorded something, and then I leave, and I'm like, "Where's EJ at?" And I go, and I'm like, "Oh, I have to go grab the tablet to do for the Telestrator." So I go into Julia's office to go grab it. He's sitting in there in the dark. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, "Get out!" I'm like, "Whoa!"
No,
I'm like, no, you're not allowed in here.
Wait,
like,
this is the best part of the story now.
like, can I just grab the tablet so I can get some work done?
It
And
gets
he's
worse.
like-
It gets worse.
He says, "Don't look at what I'm doing. It could be worse than what I could." What was it? It's worse than what.
Oh, I'm just in here. I said, "Oh, I'm just in here using Julius." I said I was using Julia's hand lotion.
For no reason. There was that in the dark. Can I just grab the tablet and get out of here?
It's like nothing to see here. Just using Julius lotion in a dark office.
Call back to Colson Yankoff.
Getting it done in and out of the studio.
And you were also being weird on when we were out there with your computer.
Yeah, because I pulled up. I was gonna Slack something to Lindsay, and I sent her the picture of the original one on the Christmas tree that we showed, and I was worried you'd see it. I was laughing at a text. You were just on edge about that. Like I just chuckled at a text I got, and you were like, "What's going on over here?" No. Can't laugh at a text message.
All right, Lotion Boy.
Lotion Boy.
There's a million other things you could have said in that instance.
Wait, so you weren't actually using lotion?
No, I was. I thought
you were doing both.
When I saw,
and that's the excuse you came up with. No, don't come in here. I'm just jacking off.
Oh man, I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind. I just was looking at the desk, what can I tell him I'm doing in here?
Great alibi.
Well, you didn't want to be in there after I said that.
No, I didn't. I kept walking this way.
Then I couldn't find the iPad, so I had to let him in.
Oh my god. All right. All right. I think there was enough football talk on this episode, right? I guess that'll do it for the PHLY Eagles podcast for today. Back at 2:00 tomorrow. The professor's in studio, and we're 48 hours away, 47 and 40 minutes away from the Eagles game on Saturday. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. Thank you, Julia, for being the judge. Thank you, Lindsay. You got something to say?
Fran sent me his wish.
Oh yeah,
Apple
that's right.
list. If you wanted
I
to
sent
see
the
them.
list of the things you guys did yesterday.
Oh, fun.
Thank you. I forgot this.
Okay.
Oh, so you didn't double up on it?
So I waited. Yeah, I waited until you guys finished.
Okay.
Then I did it. So I took the best of the rest.
All right. So take us through.
All right. So let's see. So the injury guarantee, I went with Cooper DeJean. It's all right, you want this guy
locking it in.
Yep. With the 2024 version, I do think Landon Dickerson was the right pick. After that, I went with Cam Jurgens.
Okay.
Playoff jump. I went with Dallas Goedert.
Oh.
A guy all right, if he can take his game up to it, especially as a run blocker, he can take his level up to what we come to expect. Goddard, I put in there. Add a skill. Tyler Steen, if he can get I didn't want to go with invisibility or some kind of superpower. Unbelievable. To start the entire segment off with that. But I went with Tyler Steen becoming more powerful. So I added that in there for Steen. Because I would, try and get some Mekhi Becton element in there, and then Tristan McCollum. This was a tough one, just to replace
that's
the backup.
a good pick because you're protecting the floor.
Right. Yes. And then the opponent pumpkin. I went with Matthew Stafford. I do think McVay is probably the right answer, but went with Stafford there.
You'll note, EJ, that as he said, these were probably the right picks. That most of those were mine. So Fran agrees that I won the draft.
65-35. That's all I have to say about that.
You lost. It's fine.
How did I lose?
Lose with dignity.
How did I? As you would. How did I lose exactly?
Take the L.
How?
Because you lost the game.
This is weak.
And we can flash it up. I'll take you through.
Matt has it right in the chat. He said, "Wow, I think Fran might have won."
The fact that you picked last on all of them,
but
yeah.
I did send it before the show ended yesterday. Sent that graphic, so it's not like I sat on it all night and thought about it.
I mean, even if you did, but I did win. I just want that to be clear.
You started fine. you sort of colored outside the lines.
I went from a landslide to a photo finish. I would agree.
Yeah, you lost.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to lose.
By what metric did I lose?
By having the worst roster.
That's just by whose judgment exactly?
Mine.
That's not how the game works.
Welcome to the show.
Freeze time, lost the game on the spot.
Well, listen, I think you had a weird superpower in the suggestion that you made. I don't remember, was it the description for the video? There was something in there invisibility or something, which made me think we were doing superpowers. I have a childlike wonder. I've got
Sure.
I read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy novels, and I just,
Sci-fi like Game of Thrones.
no, like Dune. Is Dune sci-fi or fantasy?
Doing it well.
It was definitely not sci-fi. It was absolutely fantasy.
It's got like a sci-fi element to it.
What part? The giant worms that cut off one?
No, that it's like
The
it's
fact
like,
that it's an alien, all the alien planets.
it's set in like a dystopian, like post, like thinking machines world. That's like sci-fi-ish.
I think it's more fantasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. The worms are tough to shoehorn into sci-fi.
Do that one more Dune impression that you did before.
What impression?
The Dune one.
Oh, what do we do?
The chat is very much believes that Dune is sci-fi. I don't know. At least 2 people in the chat.
Wow.
3 people in the chat.
Frank Barber has a super chat that I'm not going to read. How dare you?
Wait, what is it?
How dare you, Frank? That'll do it for the PHLY Eagles podcast.
Poor Julia. Poor Julia jumped into the chat and said, what did I miss?
No, we're gonna leave.
Yeah,
that
Julia,
one.
Julia has had to deal with a lot of stuff in that office. Mice poop all over the place. She's been dealt a tough hand. Unfortunately, the hand got even worse. Sorry about the office, Julia. That'll do it for this episode of the PHLY Eagles podcast. Julia actually says it's communal lotion. Saquon has used my lotion, she says. You guys are lotion brothers.
Oh my god, no! Please, just end the show.
All right, for Julia, Lindsay, Fran, and Lotion Boy, I'm Bo. We will talk to you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And as always, we love you.
Oh man.
We all silly like the mayor.